This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
I want to mention, we talked about him traveling with the horsemen. He wrote in his book, My Life in Wrestling, that he thought he could have learned more and absorbed more when he was with the horsemen. Is that just more of what you talked about a moment ago? Too much, too soon? He hadn't been around the business enough to realize, hey man, I'm in a pretty prime spot right here.
Well, yeah. I think it kind of covered up some of his insecurities. A lot of guys don't want to see that, let us or their peers see their vulnerabilities. And I think Lex was kind of that way. He'd been a big star, high school football star, recruited by the biggest, best universities in America to play football as a lineman. I just think that he didn't want to basically fess up the fact that I'm greener than grass, man.
Right.
I'm not even sure why I'm in this group, because my skill set is far from my teammates in this particular entity. So I think that was part of his issue too. Just he's a prized athlete, just like he was like Secretariat or something. He was just bigger, stronger, faster, but he still didn't have the skill set because he had not had time. He'd been pushed so quickly. There's that word again, Conrad, push. He got pushed so quickly and so strongly that it was unnatural, quite frankly. But thanks to the guys and the other, his horseman teammates, they did take pretty good care of him. They would isolate him and give him a certain set of spots to do on a comeback. So if Lex is going to be involved in a tag match, then his part of the tag match would generally be delivering clotheslines and body slams and things like that. Not just those things, but things like that. And I think he just was trying to hide in the crowd a little bit so that he didn't get overexposed, that he wasn't Ric Flair.
Right.
Or it wasn't Tully Blanchard or Arn Anderson. And then, of course, you mentioned JJ Dillon. JJ was a great coach, mentor. He was the rudder in the water. And so the more that Lex would have been able to listen to JJ and accept that knowledge without questioning it, the better off he's going to be. I'm not so sure, and I might be wrong here, I'm not so sure that happened on a regular basis.
Well, let's talk about what's next for him here. We should mention that when Nikita comes back to feud with Luger, he some reason switches right away to Sting. Do you recall why that was? I mean, it feels like he's here to focus on Lex. I mean, he even attacks him in his return, but then very quickly it goes right into Sting. Any recollection of why that would have been?
More indecisive booking, more mixed opinions on Lex. I always thought that once we got to the Luger Sting level match, that Lex would feel more comfortable. I think the friendship was good between the two. They communicated well, in other words. But I thought that their chemistry would probably have been one of the better things that could have happened to Luger and to Sting for that matter. Sting was a better worker and more advanced. But I thought that the chemistry between the two would equate to some really good one-on-one matches.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.